Okay, strong humans, this won't take me long, but there's an idea that I really want to share with you because I think, most of us in here are adults. I think as adults, we have a very big weakness. And that weakness is that we are aware of all of our weaknesses. We are aware of all of the things that we're not good at. We are too aware. And, there's some legitimacy to children being sponges, but for some reason, we don't think that adults can be sponges. When we can be sponges. But I think what happens, and this is just my personal opinion, is that as we get older, we become so aware of what we are naturally good at, and we become aware of what we're not very good at. So we could just kind of dive in on our strengths, which isn't a bad thing. If it's good for finding your work, it's good for finding the things that you want to spend your life doing in terms of like a job, etc. You ideally want to find the things that you've spent time at getting good at, right? But what happens with that is that we kind of settle with the things that we're good at, and even though there might be other things we're interested in learning or doing, when we try it, it doesn't click immediately, so we stop. Many people have come in and tried rope flow and it didn't click for them immediately, or they were hitting themselves too often, so they just put the rope down because it became too frustrating. Juggling, right? You start it, after a few days you realize, oh, it's not coming as fast as I want it to come, so you stop. But the thing is oddly enough, when we're kids, we kind of just do things without being aware. Or I don't know if you remember, but when you were a kid, you would just do things. You wouldn't be aware of the amount of time that passed by or kind of how bad you were. You were just kind of having fun. You're messing around with stuff. Over time, you became pretty proficient, right? And for many of us, we have these skills as adults that we developed in childhood. But it's kind of rare for adults to pick up new things that they're interested in and build new skills. And I love seeing all the people here in the Stronger Human that are now picking up new skills, or maybe you have been, but you're doing new things. You're doing things that you weren't inherently talented at, because that takes a lot of courage. And for myself, when I was younger, I used to see breakdancing. Okay, there's this b-boy, I forgot his name, but he was doing planches and windmills and all those types of things. And I think one of the first times I saw it, I was like 14 or 15. And I was lifting weights at the time, but I never gave myself time to develop that relative strength, that body weight strength. And I found it easier to just lift in the gym. So I kind of stuck with lifting in the gym. I didn't really have guys and homies around me that were doing a lot of calisthenics. But as I got older, I didn't really stick and do a lot of relative strength work. And that's a weakness of mine. So that's one of the reasons why I'm going to be sharing with you my progress at developing relative strength, because it takes time, it takes a lot of patience, and it's very frustrating. But I want to share that with you because right now I'm not very good with my own personal relative strength. I'm actually 260 right now. I'm going to be dropping down in weight. Weighed myself this morning. I haven't been 260 in a while. But I want to develop that skill. It's going to take me time, and you guys are going to see me really suck at it. And I've developed a lot of skills that I'm proud of: jiu-jitsu, body weight skill, or rope flow, strength with sandbags, strength with different implements, movement ability with kettlebells, maces, and clubs. But the thing that I really have wanted, right, that's eluded me, has been like high-level calisthenics skill. And it takes time. It's frustrating. And I'm not just good at it. You know what I mean? But I think that's one of the reasons, why it's going to yield so much strength for me in the long run, because it's a big weakness of mine. And if I can just take the time to develop that weakness, I know it's going to be good for me. I'm not going to shy away from it. I think what we tend to do is we tend to find the things we're good at and we kind of just stick with that. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I think that for my brain to continue to develop, I have to learn new things. I have to learn new skills. And that's going to be the thing that keeps my brain young, and keeps me healthy. So with that being said, I want to encourage you to continue to find the things that you suck at, continue to develop those skills, and work on those things, because there's going to be a lot of strength on the other side of that for you. I'm going to share the things I suck at with you so you can see how bad I am too. And we can all be bad at things together until 5 years down the road, we're all really good. All right. I think that's it. Talk to y'all soon.